Welcome to our channel. Before we dive into yet another fascinating mythy, would like to invite you to watch, to like, and subscribe to the channel. Also activate the notification sound ya smart you have great ideas you see opportunities others don't. So why are they moving ahead while you're still stuck? It's not because they're better than you, it's because your brain, your intelligence is actually working against you. Today, I'm going to show you exactly why that's happening and how to break free. Know your smart you, know your capablazo. Why do people less intelligent than you keep moving ahead? You have notebooks full of ideas, plans that seem great in theory, but no real progress. It feels like you're stuck, like you're trapped in your own mind. Today, I'm going to show you exactly why this happens. Shui, your intelligence is sabotaging you, and how to fix it. This is a process I've used with hundreds of people, and once you see it, you can finally start moving. But first, a question: where do you think you are on this scale? Imagine a linear one end, intelligentsia in the other. Axionas, intelligence increases. You see more opportunities, more unique angles, more possibilities, and that sounds great, but there's a hidden problem. More you see opportunities, the more you also see risks, see failure points before you even start. It's like stepping on the gas while pressing the brake even harder. The smarter you are, the more your own brain stops you, and here's the crazy part, it gets worse over time. First, intelligence helps, it makes you better at spotting good opportunities, but then something shifts. Your brain gets too good at seeing risks instead of moving forward. You start building worst-case scenarios, see every way things could go wrong. That's exhausting. So you do nothing, you feel overwhelmed, you get stuck in analysis, and you never take the first step. No. Compare this to people with less don't overthink, don't see every possible failure, just act, and because they act, they learn faster, build experience while you're still stuck thinking. Move forward, you stay in place, and that's frustrating. Boost, you know you're smarter, you know you could do better, but somehow they keep passing you. So how do we fix this? How do you break free? The answer isn't to stop thinking. You need your intelligence boat, you need to use it differently. Now, your brain is working against you, it's scanning for risks, it's collecting reasons why things won't work, need to change. That of letting your intelligence block you, we need to make it work for you. Don't need less intelligence, you need better strategy. That starts with one simple shift: stop asking, what could go wrong? And start asking, what's the smallest step I can take right now? Because movement is the key. People who succeed aren't always the smartest, they are the ones who keep moving. Gavin. If they make Mr. Keefavon, if they fail, they learn, they adapt, they improve, and before you know it, they're ahead. So today, I want you to try something different. A simple exercise: think of one thing you've been stuck on, an idea you've overanalyzed. No. Instead of planning everything, take the first step, not the perfect step, not the big step, just the first step. Maybe that's writing the first sentence, making the first call, posting the first video. It doesn't matter. The point is to break the paralysis, to get moving. Because once you do, you'll start building momentum, and that's when everything changes. So continue in the next section. Stay tuned right now. Your brain is working against you, it's constantly simulating failure, it's looking for all the ways things could go wrong, and that's why you feel stuck. But let's look at what actually happens when you start. The moment you take action, something shifts. Your brain stops guessing, and it starts learning. Grill world feedback replaces overthinking. Instead of imagining failure, you see what actually works. You adjust, you improvo, move forward. Why people with less intelligence succeed faster, they don't have better ideas, they just get real-world experience sooner. While you're still planning, they're already by the time you're ready, they are already miles ahead. So what's stopping you? It's the illusion that you need to be fully prepared, that you need to know everything before you start. But that's a lie. You don't need perfect knowledge, you don't need the full plan, you just need to begin. And here's the truth, you'll never feel fully ready. One dose difference is successful people move forward anyway, even when they're uncertain, even when they don't have all the answers. Because action creates clarity. step you take gives you more information. Very mistake teaches you something new, and that's how you win. So, let's change the way your brain works. Let's rewire your intelligence to help you instead of stop you. Step 1. Lower the stakes. Overthinking because you're making it too big. You're thinking about everything that could go wrong. Break it down. Ask yourself, what's the easiest version of this? Instead of launching a business, test the idea with one customer instead of writing a book. Write one paragraph instead of building a full project. Start with one small piece. Becko's small steps build momentum, and momentum is everything. Step 2. Set a time limit. Your brain loves to overanalyze. Give yourself a deadline, not a month, not a week. Try this. What can I do in the next 10 minutes? 10 minutes of action is better than 10 hours of overthinking. Base. Once you start, you stop thinking and start doing, and the more you do, the easier it gets. Step 3. Focus on learning. Not perfection. Sex isn't about getting everything right yet. It's about making progress. Every mistake is a lesson. Every step forward is a win. So instead of fearing failure, start collecting lessons. Bez. The more you learn, the better you get, and before you know it, you're ahead of the people who started before you, because you're finally moving. And that's the secret. It's not about being the smart estates, about taking action. Faster's world rewards action, not just intelligence. So don't let your brain hold you back. Turn your thinking into movement and watch how fast everything changes. Or continue with more. Stay tuned right now. Your mind is stuck in a loop. You think you analyze, you convince yourself you need one more planone, more bookin', more strategy, but deep down, you already know enough. You're just afraid to start, and that fear disguises itself as logicus, being careful as making the right decision, but it's really just avoidance. Bex. The truth is, action feels risky. Doing nothing feels safe, but in reality, doing nothing is the biggest risk. Every day you wait, someone else moves forward. Somian, less intelligent than you. Sumion, less capable than you, and they get ahead not because they're better, but because they treat, and that's painful to watch. Because you know you could have been there. Oh, should have been there, but you let your mind stop you. So today, that ends are not waiting anymore. Not overthinking anymore. Moving. Step 4. Build speed, not perfection. Stop trying to get everything right before you begin. Start taking fast, small action. Speed creates results, creates confidence. Confidence creates momentum, and momentum is what changes your life. Step 5. Train your brain to love action right now. Your mind associates action with risks. Need to flip that. Need to make action feel exciting. So start celebrating every small move. Finished a task. Celebrate posted that video. Celebrate talk the first step. Celebrate Beckers. When action feels good, you'll want to keep going. Step 6. Make failing now, failure feels huge, like something to avoid, but here's the trick. Failure only exists if you stop. If you keep going, every mistake becomes a lesson. Every setback becomes fuel. So you can't fail, you can only learn, and learning makes you unstoppable. Step 7. Get obsessed with momentum. Your goal is not perfection. Your goal is not endless planning. Your goal is movement. Beckers. Once you start moving, everything else falls into place. Here's the best part. More you move, the easier it gets. What felt impossible last year feels normal. Know what feels hard today will feel effortless soon. Backhouse. You've trained yourself to act, and that's when everything changes. You stop being the smart person who's stuck, and you become the smart person who wins. Not by thinking more, or not by waiting more, but by doing more. That's the shift, and once you make it, nothing will ever hold you back. Again, right now, there are two versions of you. Own is the version that stays stuck, one who overthinks, one who waits for the perfect moment, and then there's the version who movest version who acts. Only difference between them, one takes action, the other doesn't. And today, you decide which one you'll be, because here's the truth. Your intelligence is a tool. It can build your future. It can trap you, and you choose how to use it. No more waiting, no more overanalyzing, watching others pass you. It's time to move, and it starts. No. Step 8. Shift your identity. Stop seeing yourself as the smart person who overthinks. Start seeing yourself as the smart person who takes action. Because identity drives behavior. You believe you're someone who moves fast, you will move fast. Step 9. Commit to imperfect action every time you feel stuck. Take any small step forward. The perfect step. Just any step echoes the moment you take action. You break the cycle of overthinking, and once that cycle is broken, everything speeds up. Step 10. Set action-based goals. Most people set thinking-based goals. Plant the strategies, but that's not what creates results. Action. Do so. Instead of saying, I want to launch a business, say, I will get my first customer this week. Instead of saying, I want to get in shape, say, I will work out for 10 minutes today. Small actions every day. That's how progress happens. Step 11. Track your movement. Not your ideas are worthless without execution, so stop measuring how much you think. Start measuring how much you do at the end of each day. Ask yourself, what action did I take today? If the answer is none, that's a problem, because movement is the only thing that matters. Step 12. Cut the noise. Too much information is killing your progress. Stop consuming and start creating. Joe. Don't need another book. You don't need another course. You don't need another strategy. You need to start. Because action teaches you more than any book ever will. Step 13. Build a habit of starting fast. Moment you have an idea, take the first step. Immediate talent. Wait and overthink. Move. Because starting fast creates momentum, and momentum is what separates the ones who succeed from the ones who stay stuck. And you are not staying stuck, not anymore right now. Your brain is used to hesitation. It's trained to pausito, analyzito. Wait, we're going to rewire that from now on. You move first, you think after. Because thinking without action is just wasted time, but action, even if imperfect, leads to results. Let's push forward. Step 14. Stop making decisions harder than they are. You don't need the best option, you need an option that works as useful. People don't waste time debating every possibility. Pick something. They try it, and they adjust as they go. It's how you make progresso. If you're stuck between two choices, just pick onef. It doesn't work. You'll learn and move on, but sitting there thinking, that gets you nothing. Step 15. Stop treating everything like life or death. Most decisions aren't as big as you think. If you try something and it fails, you'll be fine. If you take action and it doesn't go perfectly, you'll be fine. But if you never act, you'll stay stuck forever, and that's the real danger. Step 16. Lower your expectations for the first try. First version of anything will suck. Your first business year, first projects year, first video thoughts, normal. People who win are the ones who push through. Thuthi. Don't let a bad first draft stop them. Keep going. Gand. Every version gets better. Step 17. Find proof that action works. Look at successful people. They weren't the smartest. They weren't the most prepared. They were the ones who took action first. If they can do it, so can you. Step 18. Make speed your superpower. Stop asking, what's the perfect way to do this? Start asking, how can I start this today? Because speed beats perfection every time. You don't need perfect ideas. You need execution, and execution only happens when you move. So, right, know what's the next action you can take. Not tomorrow. Note, later. Right now. Take that step, then another, and how you whine. And once you start, you'll never stop again. This is how everything changes at the end of your life. You won't regret the things you tried and failed. You'll regret the things you never started. Yeah. Intelligence is a gift, but it only becomes powerful when combined with action. Stop overthinking. Stop waiting for the perfect plan. Start moving. Because the moment you do, everything changes, and the life you've been waiting for, it finally begins.